Yo, what's going on, guys? Skulky here. We just got some crazy new news in Brawlhalla. It looks like the newest legend that's going to be coming to Brawlhalla is none other than Assassin's Creed's Ezio. He's going to be his own standalone legend, not a crossover. He's going to have the sword, he's going to have the orb, and we're going to go over what we've seen in the new trailer and talk about some of the signatures that they show off. And they haven't shown us too much, but they've shown us a few signatures, and that's what we're going to talk about today. We're not going to talk about the new crossover, we're not going to talk about the new map, the new game mode. We're just going to be talking about Ezio, the new legend, and some of the signatures that they showed off in the trailer. So the first signature that they're showing off here looks like it's on the sword. It looks like a neutral signature, and it looks like a sig that covers a little bit above him, but also spikes down, similar to maybe like an Azuri dunk or a Mako end sig. A sig that catches above you but grabs you and throws you downward. Now, depending on the force of this, it could be very strong. Of course, we don't know yet. Next up, we're going to be looking at the orb down sig, it looks like. Looks like the down sig is going to be a pretty fast, spiking type of sig. So definitely watch out for this one off stage. Now, this next sig looks very interesting. I'm not sure if this is a side sig or a down sig. Now, it looks like this sig grabs you and sets you up for another move, maybe similar to like the Arcadia down sigs, to where it locks you in place and then you can choose what kind of follow-up you want to do from there. Very interesting to see how this sig will work, what kind of different combos you can do out of it. Next up, it looks like it's probably going to be the orb side sig. This looks like a very unique type of sig. It looks like a very safe sig where it throws out sort of like a silhouette or a clone of you towards him first, and if he hits him, then you actually lunge forward and send him forward horizontally. Now this sig looks very cool. Of course, all the animations on these sigs look very cool so far. Now this looks like the charged version of the orb down sig, where you kind of hover up a little bit. This definitely reminiscent of a Rayman down sig, where you can hold the sig down, you'll kind of float up for a little bit, and once you release, you'll slam downwards. Very interesting. This looks like the sword side sig, so I'd assume the setup sig would probably be the down sig, similar to Arcadia. This side sig looks very traditional. It looks kind of like an Artemis Scythe side sig, where you kind of like lunge at him, you grab him, and then you shoot him forward. Looks like a very traditional side sig type of move. Now it looks like we're going to see the orb end sig here. The animation for this one is insane. It looks like it covers a similar range that Reno's orb end sig might cover, but it sends at a different, more vertical angle. Looks like we're going to see the sword down sig again. This sword down sig, it looks like you'll grab in front of you, flip him around, slam him off the ground, and then go into a side air recovery, or basically whatever you want to do. Similar to Arcadia down sig, but this sig should be very interesting for like team combos, or just as an interesting setup tool similar to Arcadia's down sigs. And I think that covers all the sigs. Of course, these were very brief sneak peeks. We're not going to know like the force, the true combos. We're not going to know any of that until Wednesday, July 27th. This is just a quick review of Ezio's signatures, but we're going to have to wait to find out the full details. And that's it for this one. Skulky out. Peace.